welcome to Ndlunkulu's Kitchen with Mako TV. So I'm up to my nonsense again with puff pastry, and I'm delving into mini pies with an extraordinary, yummy, delicious filling. Think about beef mince, some bacon, spinach and feta. That's exactly what Mako TV is going to be showing you today. So please stay tuned to this video so that you can make your very own yummy Mako delicious pies at home. Please make sure that you are following me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and more importantly, my YouTube channel, Ndlunkulu's Kitchen with Mako TV. If you haven't already, please do subscribe and click on notifications, boop, so that you'll be the first to know whenever I release a new video. Take care, all my love, and all my mwah, delicious cuisine from the culinary goddess, Mako TV. Let's get started with our pie filling. Now, in a pan, I've put in some olive oil. You can use normal cooking oil if you like. I've added 1 onion that has been sliced roughly and a teaspoon and a half of ginger and garlic. I'm just letting that get a little bit soft before I add any other ingredients. An alternative for brown onions or white onions, you can use red onions as well because it would create a much more sweeter taste to your pie. The preference really is left up to yourself. Okay, I'm just going to drop my heat a little. Then I'm going straight for the lean beef mince. You can use chicken mince, you can use any type of mince that you want, even mutton as well. I'm using beef, so that's about, say, 100 grams of lean beef mince. What's good about this recipe is that everything that we are using to make it cooks fast, so it's not going to take much time in the kitchen. To that, I'm going to add about 125 grams of bacon bits. Anything with bacon is a win, I think. It's just delicious. So let's just try and put every ingredient we have just popped in quickly. Okay, on top of that, what spices am I using? Okay, you season according to your own taste. I have about 2 teaspoons of salt. I have some rosemary that's dried, I have some mixed herb that's dried, and some black pepper as well. So I'm just pushing all of that in, like that, pop. On top of that, I'm going to just sprinkle some coriander. You can use the coriander spice, you can use fresh coriander depending on yourself. Okay. On top of that, I'm then taking something called salad onions, which is the green part of it, and taking out the white stem. Just adding that on top as well. Salad onions, just for a little bit of crunch and some flavor as well. This is about 50 grams of it. It goes in. So we're going to give this a little mix. Already starts to smell maize balls. Okay, and then I'm going to add in my spinach, which has just been destemmed, and I've just shredded it with my hands. I'm going to leave this on top. Everyone knows that you can buy 10 packets of spinach. Once it's cooked, it becomes 1 tablespoon. That's how it normally is. So I just chucked in my spinach, about 100 grams of spinach, and I'm going to cover this so that the heat can then decrease the quantity of the spinach. We don't want it to look too big at the end. So that's going to stay covered. We're going to check up on it in the next 10 minutes. So it's been about 15 minutes And as you can see, the spinach is as if we haven't even added it in, it like disappeared. So it withered away the way I wanted it to, so that it's not in the way of the other ingredients. So you can leave this on the stove for another 5 minutes. Leave it uncovered so that some of the liquid evaporates, so it reduces and it's not that runny for your pie filling and for your pie in whole. So this is your filling. That's done. Easy peasy. So we're ready to roll out our pies and get them filled. So I've done a little bit of prep already. As you can see, I have my puff pastry that's on my workstation with some flour on it. Flour is important to add at the bottom of the pastry and on the top so that it does not stick on any of the surfaces or utensils or tools that you are using. So it was a normal puff pastry that I bought from a store. I rolled it out a bit more because it does come a bit too thick, and this also allows for me to make more pies. So with regards to the shape of your pies, you can make whatever shapes you desire. However, I'm going to be making a full moon or a circle mini pies using this round cookie cutter. As I said, it's up to you as to how you like your shape to be. So we're going to be making a sandwich, so I'll be needing 2 circles for 1 pie. So let's see how we're going to do this. Also, a nice tip when you are using a cookie cutter, get some flour from your work surface and just dust over the cookie cutter so it does not stick when cutting into the dough. So using my round cookie cutter, I cut out 2 circles from the dough. I'll be needing 2 for each pie, right? So I'm just going to show you 1 for now. But as you can see, they are a bit small, so we're not going to fill them too much. You want to fill them correctly and have equal amounts in each pie. So we're going to use a tablespoon to just get some of our filling out. Now this is where it's going to get a bit messy. I want us to try and get the filling in our hands. But we're going to try and roll it around our hands to make a little bit of a ball. And this is where the secret part comes in. We're going to take a piece of feta and roll it in like this. Try to get it just squeezed in a bit so it's in the shape of a ball. Okay, like this, and that goes in the center of your pie. Like such. Now let me just wipe off my hands. I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so we're going to take our second round piece of pastry and put that on the top and try to pinch out the edges so that they stick. You can use some egg in between the levels if you'd like, but you don't necessarily have to. Okay, so pinch out like such. Try and maintain the shape of a circle, and then with your fork you're going to make small pretty incisions all around the pie. This will help to keep its shape. It will help also for the pastry to stick together. Okay, so we're going to try and do that with all our filling and see what we end up with. So I'm finally done filling all my pies. Out of 2 rolls of puff pastry, I managed to get about 40 mini pies altogether, which is not bad. Second last step, which I've completed already, using 1 egg that was beaten and a pastry brush. I made an egg wash, which is what it's called, and I just brushed over. That's going to allow the pastry to rise nicely and also to get a golden finish on top. And something that I enjoy adding right at the end is something called dough or sesame seeds, just for some appearance. That'll look nice. So we're just going to be sprinkling them on top like this. This is going to go in a preheated oven at 200 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes. Keep an eye on your pies in the oven, as not every oven is the same. And then you're done.